How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to an episode of Kayne's Comic Book Day Haul. Let's get to it. Kicking this video off with some Aliens. Aliens vs. Avengers issue 1. This was really good. When I heard that Marvel had picked up the rights to do Alien and Predators comics, I was a little bit worried, but when I read the first run that they did, it was more brutal than, the Dark Horse comic. I mean, they were brutal, but I thought there's no way Marvel's gonna, go that far, and oh boy they did, and this was really good. Really enjoyed it. And we're starting off with Black Panther coming aboard a ship, then aliens start attacking, and then it's revealed that a load of life pods have been unleashed all over planets, and Earth was hit, and it's pretty much just years later, and everyone just trying to find a way to defeat the xenomorphs. I won't spoil too much, because if you love Avengers or like Marvel and Aliens, I recommend it. Really good. And we can't have Aliens without some Predator versus Black Panther, and just like the Avengers versus Marvels, this was really good, and the tension building up to it, like for the moment to happen, it was like, oh, here we go. It was so good. So we're following this one Predator. He's sort of not the runt, but he's very disadvantaged. He's missing a leg. The brother's favoured more by the father and all that stuff. And T'Challa having a bit of a hunt of his own, training new recruits, I believe, and see who can tag him, and if he tags anyone, they're pretty much eliminated. And everything's all good and dandy until the Predator learns of this power that T'Challa and his tribe are using, and the Predator wants that to defeat his brother and rule their world. A perfect versus scenario, and we just had Predator versus Wolverine, which was really good, and I need to finish that one. And we got some Archie, the Cursed Library issue 1. Yeah, if you like your Archie, it's really not weird, but you got Archie that's sort of how do I put it, very fun comic, awesome read, nothing really, distress a bit when reading. And then you got the dark side of Archie, and I really like that one. The first taste of Archie was him versus Predator, and I thought, are they really going to have blood and guts with this sort of, really bright, cartoony looking comic? And oh yes, they did. And I was like, I need to read more Archie. Long story short, the world's pretty much taken over by hell and demons, and these two are. One of them's the daughter of who, not Satan, but I forget, but a dark being, and they have a sacrifice here to ask for a favour. The King of Hell, there we go. And I picked up another Archie comic, and this one's very important because he finally decides. So if you've been following Archie from the very beginning, I think there was a joke that it's been like 80 years. I think, what's his name? Jughead. You've been, 80 years or something like that. And I think that's, when Archie was released, 84 years ago, I think was the precise word. And the whole series of Archie is, he's always, choosing between Betty and Veronica. Well, this comic, the decision is made, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I won't spoil. And I got some Venom. Issue 1 of Venomverse, Venom War. So there's a bit of an arc going on of comics with Venom, and there's different ones. And this one, I really enjoyed because Black Widow has a symbiote now called Silver, I think. And I never sort of thought about Black Widow having, a symbiote take over and help her, and it makes sense because her whole thing, she's like a Black Widow. She's silent, deadly, and venomous, I'll say, when she wants to be. And I love Black Widow, and I really had a lot of fun with this comic. I really enjoyed it, and I hope we get a figure of Black Widow in this form. And her powers, I think it's like she has all these little spiders that they turn into her suit, and she uses them to make people go insane or something like that. I couldn't actually work out what it was that she did to someone, but I thought, don't want all those spiders all over me. My favourite one is still Poison, because just how his powers sort of work. It's very much like the Thing. All he has to do is touch you, and you turn into sort of a drone version of himself, and you're gone, you're dead. And I was reading a comic, and there was one moment where it's like a wasteland, and I forget who was sort of out in the wild, or not in the wild, but out in the environment, and they could hear a child crying, and they're like, oh, we got to help them, yada yada, and they go to see the child, and it was a booby trap. The child was a drone poison, and oh, it was creepy. So I think this is the standalone comic, Venom War, issue 1, and I was a little bit confused. I kind of struggled to follow along. 1 minute it's like we're following like a wrestling match, which I really enjoyed. I love my wrestling. Then it kind of went to like a flashback of moments in history with Venom, and I kind of was getting lost in between, but the wrestling parts were cool. Ish, one of Paranoid Gardens, and it's got a really cool cover. Hang on. There we are. That leads into the comic. Hello. And this was a very, I don't even know how to put it. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't so sure what was going on. We're kind of in an aged care retirement facility, and there's all these different beings of just creatures, I want to say, and there's old people living there too, and we're following this main character, and she's having strange visions, but it kind of it was close to me because I work in aged care, and I've just seen, as I'm reading through, it's like, yeah, we kind of have a bit of those moments, like there's a few bit of bantering going on, and it just kind of reminded me of my work, and yeah, it definitely was close to me as I was reading it, and yeah, it was really enjoyable. Last one, I hope I get it right, Patra, I think that's how you call it, issue 1. This was a really cool one. I thought I knew what was going to happen, but then it was completely different, and I don't know, if you like that kind of, what is going on, and as you're reading through it, you're kind of putting the pieces together, and yeah, it was pretty sick. Like, not bad sick, but it's my kind of comic. I like a bit of a thriller, what's going on, all these murderers and all that stuff, and is this character the one that did it kind of deal. And that wraps up another episode of Kayne's Comic Book Day Haul. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.